Apa sih yang lu lihat pertama?
Trust me bro, I think.
Trust me bro ya?
Trust me bro.
Source-nya adalah trust me bro ya?
Trust me bro from my friend. No, I don't mind with that because crying in green is always better in crying in red kan kalau kata orang-orang.
Kenapa lu bisa bilang Bitcoin is the real meme sebenarnya?
I mean, isn't everything is a meme gitu kan? Binance not really is it? Yeah, so Binance you should list Dogecoin, you know, Dog runes. Probably Trump type meme coin. I think it's also gonna be big. I mean, Trump is not become a president yet. Yeah.
Oke, sekarang gue lagi bareng Rahmits.
Hai, welcome, morning.
Mungkin boleh kenal nggak, Mit? Kan lu banyak dengar sekarang lagi sebagai memes hunter nih.
Sure.
CTO atau apa nih? Mungkin boleh kenal sedikit nggak tentang memes hunter?
Alright, cool. Thank you Yan. Selamat pagi juga. Currently building meme hunters. Kalau lo dengar meme coin super cycle, yes, we do building on it. Believe bahwa sebenarnya kayaknya on this cycle that we will see a lot of meme coin. Jadi kita pun ngelihat those hype dan would like to catch on that gitu kan. Sebenarnya bukan cuman karena hype doang sih, because we do see problems gitu with current meme coin ecosystem. Kayak if you realize Pampan, it's a very big cut, but we see it's pump and dump so fast. The developers almost get nothing from it gitu-gitu. Jadi developers juga nggak serius-serius banget on developing the coins. Become a PvP thing, a very PvP thing. Yeah. Jadi that's why ketika gue main Pampan diri sendiri gitu kan juga, I think there has to be an improvement towards the ecosystem. So there are two big improvement yang kita lakuin. Pertama, kita have a sharing revenue sama developers. Yeah. Meaning kalau developers emang serius kembangin tokennya, dia bakalan get a lot of money. Kalau kita lihat kayak Mother Token punyanya Iga Zalea, if she was about to release on our platform, she will be getting like 30K a day, every day gitu.
30.000 dolar tuh ya?
Dollars every day gitu kan. Instead of now, she's getting nothing because she's launched towards a platform like Pampan gitu kan. Karena emang mereka nggak optimizing the LP reward yang ada gitu, satu. Yang kedua, kita juga trying to make developers jadi lebih dedicated to the token. First one yang tadi kita bilang, we have a way to incentivize them. Selain itu kita juga percaya something like, kalau mereka serious developer, usually they're not scared to fast the token kan. Jadi kita having a fasting token, and later on we'll also gonna build on something gimana developer tuh emang bisa create serious projects to help their community become better gitu. Jadi bukan cuma sekedar attention, but attention with an impact. Probably those are the things that we want to improve from the current mechanism or the current ecosystem of the meme coin.
Oke, menarik.
Serius banget ya gue jawab.
Iya benar-benar, sangat dalam. Nah, gue mau nanya satu hal yang lagi rame sekarang nih, Mit.
Alright.
Kayak kita ngomongin memes coin ya kan.
Cool.
Salah satu yang lagi rame dan dipandang orang adalah siapa yang akan di listing oleh Binance berikutnya. Ya kan, there's a lot of dan ini juga rame karena kemarin dapat kontroversi kan.
Yep.
Setelah kemarin habis listing apa tuh namanya? Kemarin habis listing di
Mudeng. Is it like Mudeng? It's
yang
ACT.
The Little One, ACT dan juga Peanut. Peanut oke lah, it's pretty big. Tapi ACT kan banyak yang pro cons kan, karena MCAP kecil listing Binance sebagainya dan sebagainya. Sekarang a lot of community saling menggoreng. Wah, the next is Michi, the next is Mudeng 8, Mudeng Soul, bla bla bla. Di sudut pandang lu as trader, lu juga builders, gimana lu ngelihat tren yang lagi naik kayak gini sekarang?
Check listing?
Yes, check listing khususnya buat memes.
Alright. Yang kayak gue bilang ya, kayak 99.9% mungkin yang kayak gue bilang, meme coin as a PvP, most likely ada zero sum game gitu.
By the way, boleh jelasin gak sih PvP itu apa sebenarnya basically?
Player versus player. Ya artinya ya udah gue lawan lu gitu, siapa yang masuk duluan, siapa yang keluar duluan.
Okay.
Lebih kayak gitu doang. Dan kalau PvP kan ya always zero sum game ya. Meaning kalau seandainya dia jadi zero sum game, ya udah kalau ada yang menang itu atas kalah yang lain gitu kan. Nah tapi kalau ngelihat Ethereum juga kan salah satu vision besarnya sebenarnya itu creating a positive sum. Ini bukan zero sum.
Bukan zero ya.
Nah, positive sum itu kayak apa gitu? Dimana sebenarnya pada saat orang buying something, mereka nggak akan ngerasa rugi atas itu gitu. Kayak kita tahu kayak harga barang-barang pokok naik, whatever, mau harga seberapa pun lo tetap beli gitu kan. Dan kita pengennya sampai ada orang yang beli tokennya emang karena they love it, they love to become a part of it gitu kan. So sampai ke sana tuh positive sum. Kalau dalam kasusnya Ethereum, kayak lu beli Ethereum mau di harga berapapun nggak masalah. If you're a developer, you like to use it as something to develop your system gitu kan. Nah, I think it's one of a way meme untuk bisa sampai ke those positive sum atau sampai ke value creation mode itu saat mereka bisa dibeli di centralized exchange kan. Meaning udah kayak solid tuh tanda supportersnya siapa gitu kan. Orang
berarti kalau udah sampai listing checks apakah masih bisa dibilang those memes masih PVP atau udah
bisa udah lebih ke positive sum sih. Okay. Karena kan sebetulnya it's a bit different kan the way DEX are operating sama checks are operating gitu kan. Kalau DEX are operating on the models of automated market maker dengan sistemnya sendiri gitu kan. Dan kalau dengan si checks kan pakai order book. Jadi orang yang beli emang based on the price yang mereka mau gitu kan dan bagaimana ngaturnya gitu kan. Jadi I think it's one step closer to the value creations gitu kan ketika mereka udah sampai masuk exchange gitu kan. Apalagi exchange-nya segede Binance gitu kan. Jadi we'll see a lot more people will bakalan lebih ngelihat exposure-nya lebih gede. Jadi orang beli cause people love to being the part of the community gitu kan. Nggak ada mungkin kayak utilitasnya apa gitu. It's not utility in a sense kayak bisa dipakai untuk ngapain gitu, karena sebenarnya kalau punya utility cuman buat beli sesuatu NFT atau apa, gue juga ngerasa itu sebagai utility gitu kan. Tapi utility-nya in sense of the feelings of being happy, being part of the community gitu kan, something that you can show to your friends. For me that's a utility gitu, it's attention game.
Oke. Nah, tapi by the way lu cukup active trading di memes gak sih sekarang?
Oh ya, kayak I actively losing bro.
Actively losing.
Lu
pakai apa? Trojan, Poton atau Sopradium?
I use all karena meme second matters kan. Sometimes I use Trojan, kalau tiba-tiba telat I use Shuriken, I use Avebot, for snipers and everything. So I use a lot of bots.
Oke. Ketika lu membeli suatu memes coin ya, entah itu masih early banget atau apapun, apa sih yang lu lihat pertama?
Trust me bro, I think.
Trust me bro ya?
Trust me bro.
Source-nya adalah trust me bro ya?
Trust me bro from my friend.
Pokoknya di call lu ape.
Well, it depends who wants to call it, right? Kalau
yang nge-call siapa? Aji.
Lately a lot of rocks juga kan. Scanning-nya lagi lumayan bingung, lagi sial lah. Usually dia bisa lucky banget kan. Tapi lately kayak gitu. Tapi I think what I like tuh karena gue lagi ikutin Segawon sih. Tapi bukan yang calls chat ya, tapi Segawon yang emang dia punya call yang sendiri tuh. Jadi yang cuma admin yang bisa send. I think he is so good, man. It's about 80 to 90%. So I make a lot of money from his call, and then I lose a lot of money from my own call. You know what I mean? So get a round trip back. Losing a lot of money in there. Tapi I think Segawon is good. Subasa is also good from the inners gitu kan. And JJ sometimes I also jump in to the call that he made, Kevin, and also from many other groups lah. I think Pace gue nggak terlalu ngikutin karena kan biasa market lebih gede gitu kan. I love to play in the area where like the hype is.
Oh berarti main cepet
and all that. Main cepet.
Nggak nyampe daily bahkan cuma berapa jam cabut gitu.
Yeah. Sometimes I do looking for money, but what I like looking from the meme coin is the excitement, you know. Sometimes like I miss a big win di mana. Ya udah di kali 2 udah keluar gue, padahal token kali 50 gitu. No, I don't mind with that cause crying in green is always better in crying in red kan kalau kata orang-orang.
Oke, menarik. Tapi kayak lu pernah nge-hold memes cukup lama enggak?
I hold BTC very long lah, since 2015. The original meme kan, that we know kan, ya. Yeah.
Kenapa lu bisa bilang Bitcoin is the real meme right now?
I mean, isn't everything is a meme gitu kan? Tapi but I think kalau kenapa gue bilang sebenarnya meme itu kan sebenarnya is a part of the culture di mana orang suka dan lain-lain gitu. I think if you hold BTC in 29, you will see that as a meme, bro. Yeah, 29, 2010 gitu kan. You'll see that as a meme gitu kan. Jadi I think everything is a meme gitu kan. Tapi masalahnya seberapa bisa meme itu kemudian being utilized dan lu seyakin itu terhadap itu gitu kan. Jadi the longest meme I hold dan that I will always hold is BTC, bro.
Menarik. Oke, let's say gue mau nanya ke lu tentang ini nih. Kayak sekarang nih kalau gue lihat ya.
Yep.
Banyak chain ini kalau in my opinion ya. Memes coin itu jadi suatu bensin kalau menurut gue. Jadi suatu chain. Sol nih nggak ada bisnya lah. Biasanya nggak ada tuh karena memesnya Pamfan nggak berhenti. Tapi kayak kita sempat ngelihat Tron, kita sempat ngelihat Base mungkin, kita sempat ngelihat Sui. Menurut lu apakah semua chain ya kayak di event ini ada Manta, ada apa lagi di eventnya gue lupa, ada Immutable kalau nggak salah. Apakah mereka perlu menghidupkan ekosistem memesnya dulu untuk bisa hidup?
Sure, I think it depends what your chain are looking for kan ya, gitu kan.
Misal gue ngelola dead chain nih Algorand.
Hai.
Harus masuk ke
halo
memes.
Algorand.
What do you think? Misal lu satu chain yang kayak lu nge-maintain satu chain misalnya. Apa kalau bakal masuk ke sini?
I think first we need to really define the characteristic of each activity gitu kan. If we're thinking about trading activity in somewhat people said kayak utility token gitu kan, atau alternative token gitu kan. Most of people don't trade it gitu kan. They believe it in a very long term gitu kan. Atau people that bought Bitcoin usually just bought gitu kan. So if you are an exchange yang emang cuman jualan Bitcoin doang, you don't expect people to trade in terms of a very for the very often gitu kan, in a high frequency. Tapi you will expect people will transact with a big size, gitu kan. Tapi if you are looking into meme coin, probably you don't see those very big transactions going on, gitu kan, compared to what Bitcoin usually do, gitu kan, comparatively. Tapi what you see is a very high frequency of transactions because meme sometimes in minute, sometimes in second even gitu kan. Jadi so fast gitu kan. Meaning there will be a lot of transactions. So if you are looking for a volume from the meme coin, obviously meme coin is a way to go gitu kan. Because it's simple, people are transacting it within second, within minutes gitu kan. So it's something that is a very uniquely that happen in a current blockchain gitu kan. Previously we see it in NFTs gitu kan. NFTs mungkin bisa nggak secepat itu gitu kan, dan juga nggak liquid gitu kan. Tapi with meme coin something can happen very fast dan lain-lain. So if your chain is looking for a transaction, which I believe every chain is looking for that. Sure. Memes is something that they need to look on obviously gitu kan. Tapi something that we really understand juga, meme coin is a apa ya, cross line between intelligent guesses and gamble. It could be intelligent guesses if you can know basically kayak, oh, why this meme coin is good, will people love it, will people like it gitu. Who do I think will post about it gitu kan. Kalau lu punya beberapa informasi bisa jadi intelligent guesses, bisa jadi something yang lu emang jadi cablesnya. Tapi if you don't do anything about it, just jump on it, most likely you're just gambling, or you're gambling yourself upon someone that you trust me bro tadi kan. Jadi dan situasi yang sifatnya emang rada intelligent guesses, gambling itu, it's something yang very big juga kan. Two things that are very bullish on gitu kan. First meme coin, and the second the prediction market.
Okay, I see.
On this cycle gitu ya.
Prediction market dan gamble fee sama nggak sih?
Iya tadi gue bilang gitu kan. When we're making a prediction markets itu meaning gini. Prediction market is allowing you to put thoughts into it.
Okay.
Kayak when we say kayak is it Trump or Kamala that will win the election gitu
cuma
kan.
dua opsi ya.
And you will have those those analytics tools kan, untuk lu analyze gitu kan, kayak current US situation tuh kayak gimana, who's supporting Trumps gitu kan. There will be a lot of new voters lebih bakalan kemana, so you will have that gitu kan sebagai bahan analisis lu gitu kan. Tapi kalau seandainya gamblify, let's say lu milih antara kayak token head or tails gitu kan, and you don't have any choices kan di sana kan, it is just run by a machine gitu kan. Dia muter apa di situ kan. Dan yang lebih gila lagi gamble yang misalnya kalau you play slot gitu kan, the percentage of you winning the game tuh so small kan. It is controlled by the system, and sometimes you are given a very low chances of winning, and that's what I call gamble, a real gamble gitu kan. But we're talking the prediction market, there are more thoughts into it, that analysis that can be put through into those choices that you make ya. Jadi itu yang menurut gue yang ngebedain itu gitu kan. If we think about it, sebenarnya kan juga stock exchange kan juga bisa jadi sebagai gamble. If you just put money into something that you don't analyze and you don't believe kan gitu kan. Atau lu nggak dengar itu gitu kan. Tapi it's becoming something yang scientifically proven atau jadi sesuatu yang lu bisa analyze gitu. Ketika lu tahu kayak value-nya emang lebih rendah dibandingin ini karena dia punya aset yang kayak gini. Itu kan semuanya adalah cara lu menganalisis sesuatu kan gitu kan. Jadi gamble sama prediction it's different-nya tuh dari diri lu sendiri sebenarnya. Bisa nggak stock exchange atau nggak bisa nggak beli Ethereum, Bitcoin dan segala macam dianggap sebagai gamble? Bisa. If you don't have putting yourself tuh dengan information yang cukup gitu. Tapi bisa nggak ini jadi sesuatu yang sifatnya informational, sistemnya yang jadi sesuatu science ya bisa juga gitu. Tapi memang ada sesuatu yang sifatnya nggak bisa di-science-in. Kayak apa tadi ya udah kayak toasting coin gitu kan atau you play slot. There is no science in it, bro. It's literally just gamble. That's what I think about it.
Let's say terlepas kan lu mungkin bilang juga sempat lu main memes coin ini lebih ke ya fast play lah ya, maksudnya nggak yang hold dan sebagainya. Tapi kalau gue minta lu nyebutin 3 lah ya memes coin yang menurut lu kayak oke deh for long term, even lu nggak nge-hold ya. Menurut lu apa yang punya cult lah, kita nyebutnya cult sekarang lah ya.
Yang cukup Bitcoin. Obviously, it's the biggest meme.
Still Bitcoin is
Ethereum, okay. I'll give you 5 lah, karena duanya kan bercanda lah. Bitcoin and Ethereum obviously something that I hold. Solana mungkin jadi. Tapi kalau we're talking like a real meme coin, I think one of the meme coin that I like so much is Doc right now.
Runes.
It's a Bitcoin ecosystem. Some people tickernya apa bang, CA-nya apa enggak? You buy it on. Binance not released it yet, so Binance you should list Doc coin right now, Doc Runes. So right now buy it and get IO. Yeah, jadi go see now I'm promoting Get IO, not promoting you. You should list it. Alright, Get IO right now. Doc, it is a Runes. I think it's a very simple thesis lah. What I love Doc ya, karena currently mereka nggak sampai $1 billion market cap. Tapi kita tahu Bitcoin is the biggest market cap, dominance-nya more than 50% right now on a crypto gitu kan. So it's 1.3 trillion US dollars. And if we think like a Solana market, Solana meme coin is taking like 10% of the Solana market cap, like 70 millions. And then it has like 7. Why I change my accent in the middle? It's like a Chinese accent. Anyway, so I mean like it's 7 millions of the market cap actually within the meme coin ecosystem, right? It's 10%. Ethereum, the ERC20 and ERC721, it's also taking a lot. So right now, the Runes is actually a comparable of ERC20 and ERC721 in the ecosystem of Bitcoin. So if we're thinking like only 1% from 1.3 trillion, it's going to be like 13 billion. Way bigger than a Solana market cap right now. If we're talking about, let's say 5%, it's going to be like 65 billion, a very big amount of money. And those big amount of money will most likely go to the Runes that is very famous. And right now, Doc is the biggest, and it is Doc, obviously, like a Doc's meme always big, and Doc in a Bitcoin. So that's why I think it's a really big, and it's a really big potential. And I do even think, and I do hope that it will flip Doji. Because Doji is own chain, right? It has its own chain. Or Shiba living on Ethereum, meaning those liquidity will coming from the Ethereum money. But now it's in Bitcoin, and the money is coming from the Bitcoin. You know, people usually don't like their money to be exchanged into per se to other coin because karena nggak mau kehilangan uangnya kan. Now the money can still in Bitcoin if you are playing it on Runes. Those are something that I love to see more in Doc. So the coin that I really love so much is Doc. And second probably Trump type meme coin. I think it's also going to be big. I mean, Trump is not become a president yet. We don't know what's going to happen if he become a president of the States. And also I think what else? What I like? Another meme coin. I don't know, I couldn't think of because I don't hold that much ya soal meme coin yang terlalu cepat ini gitu. But I have to kalau gue harus milih kayaknya I wanted to choose like one more from Bitcoin ecosystem sih. Satoshi Nakamoto.
Satoshi.
Ecosystem Satoshi
Bukan
Nakamoto.
apa? Wangko.
Dan apa? Wangko. No, I like Satoshi Nakamoto more gitu kan. Karena jumlahnya sama kayak Bitcoin 21 juta. Market capnya sekarang rendah banget 21 juta. But I believe it's gonna be a billion. So 50x from now. See that lah.
Okay, sure. Thank you Rahmit for the so time much. Dan ya good luck for Meme Center.
Right. Dan thanks for inviting. Happy to talk here.
Dan semua project-project meme-nya see you di podcast berikutnya. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.